All right, is a monkey business now. There was a match for another title belt. What's it named? The Continental. What was the other belt they had that was along with the Continental?
The International.
Not Intercontinental, but
International.
International?
Yeah.
Do they still have that? Who's that champion?
That champion. Is it Omega?
You can't look it up. That's not fair.
I'm not looking it up. That was my pen. Who is it? Is it Omega?
I don't know. Who knows? But they had a belt. So they had a match for it. With Oblada, our friend from Japan, Oblada. That's what somebody said on Twitter, and I think I like that. Oblada, because blah. And Hong Kong Fooey. They're trolling us now, Brian. As the kids say, they are trolling. I can hear Ernie Ladd say, "You're trolling me now. You are trolling Mid-South Wrestling." Why would... I don't know why you would do this, but the one little hyperactive shit can't stop moving. And the other guy is the laziest wrestler in Major League Sports.
I enjoyed this.
And what the...
I enjoyed this because, usually I don't like matches when I know, exactly who's going to win. Like, there's no chance. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be Okada winning. But watching Speedball do everything in the world to him, and Okada, at times his way of selling is just like kneeling and looking exhausted. But knowing he's going to win, and eventually, when they get there, knowing that people online are going to be like, Okada did it again! Another fantastic Okada performance! I got a kick out of this match, but Okada's a slug.
What about that one time when he wiped his brow, Brian? That's selling. I mean, that was over the top.
Next level selling. You don't even understand the sweat.
I just watched the one kid is play acting. I mean, maybe his childhood wasn't happy. He was a lonely kid, and he dreamed up this thing that he could fucking be in his mind, where he's the martial arts hero of, fucking Roosevelt Elementary or something.
No, he really is a black belt, apparently.
Well, so was my cousin Larry.
In kata.
My cousin Larry was a black belt in Taekwondo.
Did he ever use it? Did he ever just throw kicks like crazy, like Speedball Bailey?
Yeah, what they tried to show us how he could break a board with a kick and missed it and kicked the foundation, broke his foot. But he was a legitimate black belt. He went through the course and everything.
Well, you pick on a lot of guys for being small, and sometimes I think it's unfair in comparison to some of the other people they're around. Sometimes it works. This guy's really small. And that's one of the reasons I got a kick out of this match, was because it was just ridiculous. Because Okada is not the biggest guy, but in AEW he's pretty big, I guess.
Why, he's 6'3", according to the announcers.
But this guy's so slow. Yeah, now he's dyeing his hair. Did he dye it gray? What?
Well, yes, hold on. That's what I was going to mention. When you talk about Hong Kong Fooey being small, he's microscopic, but also he's got a head that's just a little bit too large for that small body, so it makes the body look even more comically tiny. But it's ridiculous. And with Oblada, yes, instead of being bleached blonde now and looking like some kind of, weird Japanese club employee, now he looks like a fucking parking attendant from Sapporo. I didn't know you could dye your hair salt and pepper, because it's brown, but it looks like brown hair naturally going gray. Or has he been gone long enough that he was able to grow that out and we didn't notice it? I don't know what
it definitely goes with that new outfit of his, the oversized suit for an old man. Like, it works together.
Looks like if he was wearing waders, he'd be ready to go out fishing.
His new gimmick is he's an old fisherman from Okinawa.
But anyway, so that's the point is, this is another little video game match on the one kid's part. I think they ought to put Speedball in the women's division, where it looks visually like he'd have a chance. He makes Pockets look like Stan Hansen. But he's treating it like a little video game thing. And old Okada's treating it like, I'm going to get another big check from this fucking mark for doing as little as possible and barely hitting the mat. He's the laziest bastard in wrestling. And he reacts and falls as slowly and easily as possible. And then the baby face looks and acts like a complete douchebag. So in 15 minutes, Okada won with a shitty clothesline. He didn't cheat. He just beat him. But this kid is so obnoxious on any level. How would even the modern wrestling fan take this kid as a baby face when he's like a malfunctioning Energizer bunny at a Comic Con?
Have you heard his promo?
No, I can only imagine that it's delivered at a tone so high that only fucking seals in the Arctic can hear it.
Well, it sounds like you've seen his promo. Yeah. My thing has been, and I've said it before, if Tony's going to sign a lot of guys that are smaller, which it'll be funny when WWE to stop that, just start signing all these tiny guys, then he should literally just have a weight division and make it something marketable. See the young, small, tiny guys really get in there, and they're faster and quicker than those big heavyweights we don't have.
They can get into all those tight orifices, ladies and gentlemen. They're so small and tiny, they can insinuate themselves inside.
They announced him, I think, at 170. If they announced him at 170 pounds, how much does he actually weigh?
He's not as big as Brian Hildebrand. Mark Curtis for the uninitiated. And that's again, but the thing is, it's not about the size with him. It's about the overall unmarketability of this annoying, obnoxious, goofy little kid that has been somehow let loose at the adults' fucking party. That he's like the annoying Comic Con cosplayer where he's hopping around on the floor of the convention acting like Hong Kong Phooey and doing his pose with his fist in his hand, and he's got a mouth guard, which I just thought those were the whitest teeth anybody had ever come across, but apparently it's a mouth guard. But again, I see he looks like Ricky Steamboat's daughter. What the fuck? It's just
But again, if they had a 150-pound weight division or something, and you have him, you have Orange Cassidy.
He still wouldn't be. No, put Conor McGregor in the fucking thing or whatever. He still wouldn't be an attraction at any weight. Unsafe at any speed is what this fucking guy is. The whole thing is goofiness. It's like the AEW equivalent of TL Hopper, this guy's gimmick. It's so blatantly fucking stupid. And he's hopping around with it on his bare feet. Somebody stomp his goddamn foot. Stomp his foot, kick him in the shin, grab his fucking balls. You just won the match.